Hello everyone. As the title suggests, this video is going to be about chemistry. Now, let's be honest. As aspiring doctors, biology is our favorite subject. Physics also gets much of our attention as it is a tough one, and chemistry is ignored somewhere. But if managed properly, you can actually score amazing in chemistry and it will boost your ranks as well. Even I scored 166 out of 180 in chemistry, and I would love to share my strategy of chemistry preparation. Yeah, let's get started. These are my only resources that I use during my preparation. And make sure to give at least 2 to 3 hours to chemistry per day. So in this video, we will be discussing mostly about organic chemistry, and I'll try to make subsequent videos in which we'll be discussing about inorganic and physical chemistry. So first of all, at whatever point you are in your preparation, make sure that your GOC part is clear. You are clear with basic electron displacement effects like inductive effect, mesomeric effect, hyperconjugation, and what are the important trends of plus I plus M minus I minus M. Also make sure that you are clear with the step how carbocations and carbanions are stabilized, how they are associated with stability of conjugate acids and conjugate base. Because once you are clear with these things, you will never ever face any difficulty in solving questions. Also make sure that your GOC2 part is clear, where we learn about substitution reactions, elimination and addition reactions, and what are their intermediates formed and what are the reaction mechanisms. Once you are clear with these things, you will never ever get into trouble while solving questions. Also, don't ignore your NCRT textbooks, not even the basic things that are mentioned there, because questions are actually asked from your NCRT textbooks only. So make sure that you are clear with each and every line of NCRT, and even the back exercises are important. There are some questions which are a bit tricky and could be asked in exams. Also, don't ignore the basic, very basic things like IUPAC nomenclature and isomerisms, because even questions are not directly asked from them, but their application is seen in majority of questions. Also, then you can start with the hydrocarbon chapter. If your GOC part is clear, this chapter will not make much of trouble, because it's basically the application of entire GOC things. Yeah, there are some special types of reactions that you will have to memorize and we can't do anything with it. Make sure to give special attention to every mechanism that is mentioned in NCERT, because once mechanisms are clear, you will not face problem. Yes, I know that these things are very volatile and they easily escape out of our mind, and it's also not possible to remember everything at once. What I tried was I first tried to memorize the things up to the extent I could, and then I noted it down on a sheet of paper and I started solving maximum amount of questions that I could. Whenever I forgot something, or maybe I made mistake, I took reference from that sheet of paper. And remember one thing, the more you practice, the better you become, and the more mistakes you make, there are better chances that you will not make such mistakes in future. So try to practice as much as you can. Now for class 12th also, you have to repeat the same. First of all, try to focus on NCRT. Every table, diagrams, mechanisms given over there. Don't ignore the tables, because there are some common names written of certain compounds. Try to remember the order of boiling points, melting points, and all other trends that are given for acidic strength, basic strength. Focus on pKb values, because mostly questions are asked from them. And then try to practice maximum. You can use some reference book for that. I never used any reference book, but yes, I followed physics wala DPPs, and also I followed LN modules for solving questions. So you can do that also. At the end, try to summarize the entire chapters in 1 or 2 pages. These will help you for revision purpose. You can have a look, and also don't ignore chapters like polymer and chemistry in everyday life, because questions are asked directly from NCRT and there are fair chances of scoring.